All right, ladies and gentlemen, I don't have that much time as I'm on my lunch break. Just got finished watching Marks with a C. Brilliant, brilliant video regarding the issues that we've been dealing with our fandom as of late. I can't even get all of my thoughts the way that I want to. And on top of that, I'm trying to be as emotionalist as possible, but it's hard because there's so much to unpack, dissect, and to try to come to terms with. But for those that pretty much know what's going on, if you're not living under a rock, and then again, living under a rock would have been probably better. Sometimes just not to hear or see exactly what went down should have been at the very least spoken on right then and there. And a lot of people have been. Benzo, Gilkman, my heart is hurt on so many levels. So many. To the point where me speaking out on this finally, and I had certain talks. Hey, A2, I had certain talks with a lot of our Black content creators here on YouTube. And this, let's start first and foremost, and everybody knows what it is at this point. Ryan Kendall's video where he did that thing, the quote unquote George Memorial joke video. I don't even have time to really dissect every piece of why that video is a slap in the face of me and my people. Now, to his credit, because it was so bad, tasteless beyond all comprehension, that we had to try to go inside to try to figure out, why did you do it? What was your thought process going through it? And the aftermath afterwards. We get, not like I said, to his credit, he responded. He gave us a long list of what he's about in terms of how he does his videos and what he likes to portray. What is his interest and what the things that he likes to put in his video. Nothing wrong with that. It's your brand. You can do whatever you need to do with your brand. But the problem is what you did, and especially in light of how you did it. And people that know me that I judge people by your intentions. There is in no way, shape, or form that you can put something like that out there knowing that it's a trigger for Black people on many levels, and not to say that whatever it is that George Floyd is as a human being, in his private life or what have you, it was the way how his death was broadcast on live TV. And it started pretty much a worldwide movement. That's how bad that was. But to make mockery of it over a tasteless joke that you thought was funny, and the little beta bitch that he had with him, laughing and just celebrating it, giving goofy looks, whatever. The thing is, your intentions. I'm gonna get that right out the way. I don't play people like they're stupid. You're a grown ass man. You thought about what you wanted to do. That was in Universal Studios. Probably was early in the morning. We don't know. But however you did it, you thought about it, and when you turned on the cameras, you knew exactly what you was going to say. The thing is, as you was doing all of that to present that as a dark humor joke, you didn't realize that the optics of that was telling. Because bad enough, people was calling you a closet racist for a minute. The whole Batman, in your car interview was bad. Wasn't like you said anything outright, but the way that you conducted yourself, your body language, everything betrayed you. So in that vein, to do that, what you did, that pretty much cemented what individuals that really don't know you, but just know you by your persona, basically sealed the deal. Now, for us in the know that actually worked with you, that, worked with you or, made videos with you, before all of this jumped off, we thought you was a cool dude. You're talented in your own way. And I'm not taking nothing away from you from that. But the problem is, with all your subs and with all your success and gaining subs in the videos that you make or whatever, you got to a point, and like everybody else does when they feel like they're on top of the world, that you can start pushing buttons and see what sticks. That thing which you did with the quote unquote so-called George Memorial memorial joke, that was not it. And if anything, that's gonna haunt you for the rest of your days. As long as I'm on YouTube, that is a certainty. But the actual real problem behind that is the fallout. A lot of people, black YouTubers, already made videos about you. They confirming you as a stone cold racist to your heart. And to your credit, Ryan, you tried to explain, but when we told you that this thing hurts on a deep metaphysical level, that's like saying that my son had a cop's knee on his head and he died on live TV. So for you, if that was my son or my brother or my father, and besides all of that, how about a woman, your mom, your sister, your daughter? How would you feel? And I'm just spitting this out. You can't be that ignorant. How would that feel to you? For somebody to parody something just out of GP. What thought process in your head thought that shit was all right? You understand? And I'm supposed to respect you as a person, as a YouTuber, anything. That shit hurts, man. It's not like I don't know you to a certain degree and I'm like saying, now fuck this motherfucker. We share a connection of somebody that we both love. How do you even equate that was something that should be acceptable in your eyes, and then you do some goofy ass fuckboy look behind that? Ryan, how do you do that? Hurtful. Fast forward. You pretty much said the fatal, listen, man, I can only do what I can do. In a nutshell. I can only do what I can do, and I'm not going to apologize for it. That's not something I'm going to submit. That is when we, as members of the Dark Council, we took note. But we tried to work behind the scenes. That's why a lot of people was in my mentions Like, Abu, what the hell, man? This is some bullshit right here. Yeah, I know. But our issue is a little bit on the tricky side, because a lot of our supporters are their supporters as well. You know, we are cordial and friendly, knowing that we have mutuals that are friends with each other, and then people that support our work support theirs. We basically talk about the same things in terms of the, the pop culture and everything else, and the wokeness and this, that, whatever. And Mark with a C really hit it on the head. And I can understand my white brethren. I can understand. It does get tiring when people keep spitting at you that you racist and this, that, whatever, and that you white supremacist. If I'm white, yeah, I could dig it. I could straight up dig it. And that's not even, trying to play political. I mean, if I was in their shoes, yeah, I would really get tired. Like, what am I supposed to be the devil all my life? I got families, I got kids, I got this, I got that. I'm trying to do good things. I go to church, I go to the synagogue, the mosque, or whatever. And every time that I try to call y'all out on your bullshit, you label me as a bigot and this, that, whatever. Yeah, it does get tiring. And I can understand when you can only take so much of it until you snap. That ain't even nothing to play with. How do you handle yourself in a situation like that? For me, very carefully, because we are in a public space where we do YouTube videos to entertain the public and enlighten them about why our pop culture is going to shit. And like I said, I ain't got time to go through it, but you know the gist of it. Lord of the Rings, Black diversity, this, that, whatever. It's almost like people have to try to compensate for something that, listen, we wasn't really sweating. Black people in the know, that's around my age bracket, we wasn't really sweating this. We was enjoying Lord of the Rings, Star Trek for what it was, blah, blah, Star Wars, this, that, whatever. We had diversity, maybe not so much in Lord of the Rings, but like I said, for myself personally, I wasn't even thinking about it. I was just watching the movies and enjoying the story. I didn't get bent out of shape, say, yo, where's Wilbo Swaggers at? I wasn't going through all that. And then reading and watching other people's videos on what Tolkien's mindset was when he was making Lord of the Rings. He literally said that this is his Roman Catholic mythology. That's his work. We don't have the right to infringe on his work, and he said it very clear and plainly why you do not mess with this. But of course, the powers that be that bought the property can do whatever they want now. They paid the money for it. And unfortunately, Tolkien is not among us. But his works and his letters and everything else said. But besides the point, us as a people, we didn't sweat all of that. But the people that is sweating all of that is the 15s, the 18s, the 21-year-olds, and the pronoun kids, the gender studies group, and the Fruit Loop crowd. This is their thing. If I don't see myself in it, it's bad. And unfortunately, we are in an age in which we're getting older and these people are getting younger. And the corporations are trying to hook them while they're young to keep this thing going. It sucks, but this is a reality. We're fighting a losing battle, to be honest with you. But outside of that, let's get back to really what it is that I'm trying to convey. I don't understand that you could be so callous as to act like, and then on top of that, behind the clips that we saw of Jeremy and Ryan, behind the aftermath, and I'm going to address Jeremy's thing in a second, that, yeah, I made a joke and blah, 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 and everybody's having a fit, and Jeremy said something to the effect of blah, say blah, if nobody don't like it, this, that, whatever, you kiss my ass, and you was on the video, you was on the live stream with us on Dark Council, and I was telling you Under no circumstances, man. It's like, I'm not tolerating any disparaging thing about my people. I'm not tolerating that on no level. You must have thought I was joking. I assure you, I do not joke about things like that. Because in my age bracket, I've seen it all, and I've done it all. In terms of the marching, the protests, everything. But that thing with George Floyd, quote unquote, joke memorial, that rubbed us the wrong way hard. And for whatever reason that we were supposed to be, I guess, colleagues in YouTube, and because we have a person of mention that we both love to death, do you know how hurtful that shit is when said person has to look at his friends that he loves and respects, and knowing how hurt and betrayed that we was in the way that video went out? Hurtful. It literally made this, and I said to myself, you're not to blame, but you work with these people. You have good relations. You like them. Shit, we like them. And to do something like this is unfucking unquestionable, inexcusable on every fucking level. But my thing is your intentions, right? You intended to do that for the sake of getting a rise. That to me is disgusting and a sucker move. To get people riled up for what? Do you think that we was gonna sit here and act like we supposed to like it? Maybe it was okay for Ripper to laugh and giggle and ha ha ha, but that's y'all shield. Especially now at this point. And if we could ever talk to Ripper about it, we'll keep this amongst ourselves. But black man to black man, that's not a good move, man. And it's not a good look on your part. You got $3 million in something that, you know what, God bless. But God always watches how you move, And if at the very fucking least, because you can't picture your brother, your mother, your father, even your wife or whatever, under the knees of a cop that's basically choking you out, you got to say to yourself, you know what? I can't co-sign this. Not even for a fucking joke. There's a lot of ways you could be edgy and this and that, whatever, without crossing that line, man. It is unnecessary. I like to be edgy too sometimes, but goddamn, man, why do I have to, especially insult a white person, try to make them like this cracker to this and that, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? I don't have it in my blood anymore to create any division unless I have to do it. I'm not here for much longer. I want to spread some unity in the fact that we can still fight the powers that be. We don't have to fight each other. People that support us support y'all. Then certain people will feel some type of way behind it, like, God damn, man, what the fuck? And it's like, stop bitching and moaning. It's only a joke. Like I said, you have to experience that for yourself on your end. That happens to you in order for you to understand. But hey, it is what it is. All right, but fast forward to that. We kept our mouth shut throughout the whole weekend and the whole bit was because of the love that we have for our brother who's not black, and you already know what it is, but I don't have to say his name. We love him with a passion that nobody can't understand. Myself personally, for knowing that you could be edgy and everything else. But like I said, we don't have no dealings outside of saying, hey, how you doing? All right, you on live stream, I just happen to pop in, blah, blah, blah. We have a connection in terms of outside of YouTube, you know? And I would never, ever do anything on YouTube that would disrespect this man, disrespect his heritage, disrespect his family on no level. Not to to placate my 150,000 subs or anybody else that likes what I do and MAGA this and Trump that and this, that, what. Wouldn't do that for nothing. You know, not to boost up my subs in any way, shape, or form. I don't need it. I do this for a hobby. I got something better, a job that pays good for me, gives me the education on how to help my brothers that's on the inside, let them know how to go to court, how to present themselves, tell them exactly what they up against. Even the young bloods that makes mistakes and get caught up in the system, my job is to help them understand what's going to go on, what's going to happen, and educate them to not follow back into that realm. Getting knowledge on all the criminal penal codes, everything in there. That's a lot better for me to have than just being on YouTube, running my mouth and doing songs and making people happy, even though I love doing it. But it's not my life's mission. But my life mission is that while I'm here to bridge the gap between white and black, that we speak the same language in terms of going after the woke culture and the corporations that's basically and systematically destroying everything that we love, because nobody is talented enough to create something on their own to get things popping. All right. And we sat on it. We talked amongst each other. You know, we hated the fact that we just didn't come out and just torch your asses behind it. You know, and for Jeremy, can I ask you something? Even though you may, quote unquote, say you're not the leader, but you are a big deal in this community. Same thing as Gary. Does it not comprehend to you that this could be so hurtful to us that we wouldn't even know what to do? That we sat up here and called you friend, called you at least a colleague in this YouTube thing. And I'm going to speak to myself personally. We talked about this on the live stream when Ripper was on. I said, you didn't have to do anything to, you know what I'm saying, to put my little clip on your channel. I was just grateful. And this is what I can't fucking understand, you know, because I know deep in your heart, I mean, because you wouldn't have stuck up for Stephanie B way back in 2018, the way that you did. And that's a black woman. And somebody said some disrespectful shit to her, and you was right on the money. And you were a white guy. I was expecting somebody black or what have you, and I wasn't even there, because if I was there, I would have got in their asses. But you was right there, and that alone showed me, like, damn, this is a white dude. He's on it, and I had love for you back then. And I said this to you in a tweet. I didn't expect you to reply to me, but as it was, things progressed, and here we are. And even when we had our disagreements, especially when I had to reach out to you because of the Black Panther issue, you spoke to me, and the shit got off to a rocky start. But I tell you this, after that 45-minute discussion that we had, we came out with a healthy respect for each other. And I love that shit. Then you brought Drunk into shit. I shouldn't even say this. Then he brought him into G&G, and I said, good. You know, I'm just giving you a timeline of my thinking in terms of how I respected your grind. I may not agree with how certain things that you acted behind it, but I said, listen, this is your thing. You got to speak your mind. Everybody does. And like I said, years go past, whatever, and we don't conversate each and every day, but we know we have a mutual that means the world to us. Well, at least it means the world to me. And this shit killed me to see my brother's heart sink because we was, bent out of shape over something that, how do you do something like that? Nobody, reached out outside of said person, or said, I wish we could have went to you. But then again, once we saw the clip, it was like, well, damn, kiss your ass, right? For what? Because we don't have a right to verbalize how bad that shit was optically and everything? Knowing damn well that Ryan Kinner will not be stupid enough to do something like that at Universal in front of some black people. He would have got duffed the fuck out right there. I know I would have done it. And that's Universal. That's in Florida. God knows if that type of shit would have happened in New York, it would have skinned his ass alive. He's pretty much dead as far as New York is concerned. I'm going to make sure of that. Don't even try to come up to New York. That shit is dead to you. Especially if you're not even thinking about, you know what? All right, I fucked up, man. Even though the optics is still kind of going to be against you, at least be man enough to say, you know what? That was the wrong move, man. That was the wrong move. I got people that, I got colleagues I could work with or do, videos with. And of course, we have our mutual friend that you don't even take into account how bad that shit looked on him. Because birds of a feather flock together, right? Wrong. No, that's not happening. God damn, I'm already late for work. But you know what? Fuck it. Let me just keep it going. Because I got to get this shit out. Because I'm not even going to address it on Dark Council. We're basically saying what we need to say now. Because we want to go in here and entertain the people and make them feel happy. I can lose a bunch of subs behind this shit. But the truth is the truth. And like I said, my doing YouTube is not based off of me getting subs for no reason at all. Like I said, I got a day job, man. Calm down. Whoever's gonna support. Whoever ain't, you do what you do. Ain't that serious, man. I got a pension. I got shit waiting for me when I retire. Good. Shit, money, the money ain't gonna benefit you while you in the grave. You can have all the subs and money and the super chats and everything else you want. One move, you can get hit by a bus, struck by lightning, have a heart attack, and then that's it. No more money, no more subs, no more this, no more that. So while you're here, what is the problem with trying to create a fellowship without having to go the other route and be doing X, Y, and Z to call yourself edgy and just make racial insensitive shit? But you know what? You can't tell a grown man what to do. And I can attest to that. But it doesn't help when we have a mutual person that we love with every fiber of our being and it's tearing him apart. And I'm upset that I wanted to lash out right then and there, but now I'm sitting up here like I can't. You know what I'm saying? Because if you love the guy that means the world to you and he has friends on that other side, it hurts that you would have to sit up there and torch them, knowing that he still, because he sees certain things in them that's A-okay. The charity, the this, the that, they work together. We don't work together, but we have a connection in terms of the love of the fandom. What we want to say as the Dark Council to shock the narrative that it wasn't overweight white guys that's racist that hates this property and hates the shows that's just basically tearing our thing apart. It's the fact that because of my beautiful black cocoa skin, I could say just what Jeremy says, and we could be brothers in arms. You know, bad enough, you know, Jeremy, you need to chill out with the videos that you like. I got black friends and blah, blah, blah. And that shit is getting tired now. You know, you can take it how you want, but I'm going to give you a little antidote. What if I was next to you? But because I would have stopped you right then and there. You know, these young boys that you was, you know, sitting up here, they don't know. But I would have told you, wait a minute, before you even get on there, don't call me no black friend. If I'm something good to you, you my friend. You my colleague. You're going on a video, so obviously they know I'm black. So you don't even need to verbalize it every single time you on there. You know, I have a lot of respect for you in terms of your hustle, your mindset, because you're like me in respects, you know. But I cannot tolerate you tolerating somebody else doing something that's fucking heinous and inexcusable, and having the person that we both love and respect upset behind this shit. So what? You know, because somebody else is going to try to call him a racist, and then I'm going to get in their fucking ass behind it. Because I know this man. I spent hours talking with this man in person, on the phone. When we was in New York, we was in his hotel room, shooting the breeze. Nobody around. And the love kept growing that I told him. I said, I'm going to pray for your every success. I'm going to pray for your every great accomplishment. You know, you stumble and fall, that's okay. You know, I'll help you up. If somebody calls you this, that, whatever, I'm as black militant as they come. And guess what? I'm going to be right there with my brother, shielding him. Fuck you. You see where I'm going? You don't have no, I mean, if you have a love for somebody that's of another race, and you could say things like that, you a down-ass dude. There ain't nothing in this world I will do for that man. And I'm getting emotional behind this because this shit sucks. Because each and every one of y'all motherfuckers need to get a fist in your mouth. And I'm dead ass on that. How the fuck you gonna sit up here and act like this shit is fucking okay? This man created the Dark Council. He didn't have to come to me and ask me, you know what, Abu, I want to shake up the narrative. He was just getting into YouTube. He came to me first because I was pretty much the YouTuber that was black that was really known throughout the community at that time. But he talked about Fatal J, he talked about the Majidai, he talked about Lord Callis, and unfortunately, them people, you know what? I ain't even gonna mention his name. But either way, he said that. And I said, well, I'm flattered that you asked me, but I don't know what I could contribute. And he said, you can contribute a lot because you are a leader. I don't consider myself a leader. Like I said, I be just jumping on YouTube, just running my mouth, and then I got to go back to work. But he convinced me and showed me a path that he had a vision. This is a white man. Everybody loving the Dark Council, not even understanding that this was his brainchild. And when we jumped on board, we wasn't no tokens and no coons or whatever. We just following him. Blah, 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 blah. This was something that he came up with. And then slowly but surely, we had no followers, no audience. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, and little by little, it grew. It grew. Now, what was it, 19, 20, 21, 22, almost 4 years later. Here we are, the Dark Council, doing this shit year in and year out, growing closer together as a family. I wish some of y'all in that other space, whether it's G&G or Friday Night Tights, I wish you could experience being with us day in and day out, sharing a meal together, sharing words on the phone hours at a time, talking about our hopes, our dreams, our aspirations. I can only hope that you can experience something like that with a group of black men, you know? And everything from that, because the audience knows that we don't perpetrate a fraud. The audience knows that we speak the same language as y'all speak. The audience knows that we stand for the truth and we stand shoulder to shoulder, black, white, what have you. And now with this nonsense, it's almost like you're trying to tear us apart, but it's not happening. Because I told the brother, we all told him, all of us, we love you. We know what you're doing. Ain't nobody gonna sit up here and tell us you are racist or you hang with this and that one. That's irrelevant. We're gonna shine with you, brother. We're gonna shine and bask in your every success as you will bask in ours. Past that, I know I'm not messing around or talking with Ryan Kennel, and because you need to come to me and humble yourself. But of course, your 150K subs not gonna allow you to humble yourself. You just got to keep that shit going, because obviously YouTube is your job now, where hopefully you'll get a retirement or what have you. That's fine. But for me, it is about the fellowship. You know, I wish I could just sit up there on a panel with y'all and not have to worry about whether y'all closet racist or not. I can't even do that shit. You know, and for the length of time that you want to go into all of that, just makes it even worse because you're unrepentant. But I tell you this, Ryan, as bad as your shit is, the king piece of shit, and I'm not even gonna call you a piece of shit. You just lost your way. Because I heard the tales of how helpful you are. I heard the tales of how kind-hearted you are to people that you love. You know, I guess I could say that you had, how should we say, a blackout for what you did here. But as our brother says, you know, you stray from the path, you can't be forgiven. You just have to fucking mean it going forward. I don't know what you're going to do. I'm not going to be following you to know. I just hope that you be better, man. You be better than what you was in that little monstrosity that you made in that Universal Park. You know, because nobody ain't going to respect you. You know, they'll sit up here and shake your hand or whatever, but they ain't really going to respect you. Not on a deeper level. No self-respecting black person in the know wouldn't do that. Nah. Because I'm going to lead the charge on that. I'm going to tell people, hey, let me let you know who you're dealing with. You know? And yeah, whatever the people co-signs to you on that, it is what it is. You know? But I can't rock with y'all like everything is okay. No, none of this is ever going to be okay. But as one YouTuber to another, you have the right to make your issues, your thoughts, and everything else out there for the public. And for people to, like I said, either rock with it or not. You know, people call me the president. I'm the president of the Abu Nas Rehabilitation Center. I don't have no real leadership qualities or abilities to do X, Y, and Z. I can only speak my thoughts. I have been around the block. I can only hope and pray that you do better. Could it be possible that we could speak again? Anything is possible. You know, is it something in the back of my mind would not ever trust you again? Absolutely. But I could shuck all of that, knowing that proof is in the pudding and you gotta be consistent. If you're not consistent with it, then basically all you're doing is lip service. And you ain't getting no brownie points from down ass black people that do YouTube that you want to cuddle up to, but you got Ripper for all that. God forbid if he actually wakes up and says, yo, man, that shit ain't, So who's to say? But the Dark Council is here. We are the premier black content creators on YouTube, and we are in this fandom for better or for worse. And I was proud member of the Fandom Menace when this started. But I retired it because I'm not what I was back in 2018 when I first started. You understand? I'm not on that level anymore. All I know is that going forward, I'm not going to co-sign to nobody doing George Memorial jokes, knowing damn well that could have been my family, my son, my daughter, anybody, and not be triggered by that shit. Nobody. Because I wouldn't expect you to actually accept that. I would be ashamed of myself putting that out there, man. Like somebody come to me like, how could you do that, man? That could have been my son, my daughter, my this, my that. Oh, yeah, well, I was trying to be edgy and this, that. What? I mean, my anger is based off of my emotional state that I'm hurt by the fact that somebody that I actually liked, trusted, wanted to rock with, and then you do this shit. And to quickly jump from that, jump on that. Now all of a sudden I see something on my Twitter feed from Gary and Neurotics with something about the get the N-word pass or whatever. I'm sitting up here like, why is that now a thing? So we went from the George Memorial joke that rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. Now all of a sudden I'm seeing this. And I'm sitting up here like, all right. You know what? I'm going to say it like this. Wait a minute. I just caught this. All right, Ripper, you there? All right, you said, why the fuck my name being dropped as I'm the one that... No, you don't need to atone. You your own man. You your own man. You ain't got to atone for nothing if you don't feel like it. I mean, obviously, the George Memorial floor, the joke that was there, if it doesn't bother you, have at it, man. I mean, I'm not going to go back and forth with you on it. If you really want to speak to me, like I said, I'll get on the DM. Let's have a conversation. I'm not doing this in front of public people. Like I said, especially black man to black man. But I did have to say something behind that. And it hurt. I ain't call you a piece of shit and this, that, whatever. But, bro, shit hurts. All right, past all of that, Now, they had, speaking of Ripper, they had him, I guess, tagged in or whatever. But I said it exactly to Gary, and that thing is still up there, and it's always going to stay up there. Listen, I don't know if it was a joke or inside joke or whatever it is that y'all do. I'm going to make it clear. because I guess whatever the joke was, and they, tagged Ripper in it. Ripper is not your barometer on anything that will give you any license to use the N-word in any way, shape, or form, whether joke or not, just to make it clear. Because people got this thing in their head like, oh, really? Well, we could do outside of the shit with, with hip hop and this and that. And like I said, we know the deal. It's not that complicated. But you're not getting no N-word pass on no level. Anybody that co-signs to this, you the enemy. Don't co-sign to that, man. Bad enough, it hurts my heart, when I saw the brother going after, Jody, and the N-word was going back and forth. I detected. I had to do a video screaming on Jody behind that shit. No self-respecting black man should be ever putting that out there in the internet space for everybody to see this. I cannot stress enough that optics is everything. People are getting too caught up in this shit. We went from the George Memorial joke that had people doing videos back and forth, and now all of a sudden somebody want to try to test the waters with the N-word stuff. Enough with that, man. All of this is not even necessary. It definitely takes away from what y'all trying to do in terms of calling out the woke culture. But you know what? I'm not your father. I'm not your mother. Y'all grown-ass men and women. Y'all gonna do what y'all do regardless. But as far as the Dark Council is concerned, we don't co-sign on no level anything that's disparaged and disrespects our people, whether joke or not. I put my name on that happily. We're not going to sit up here and disrespect any white brethren, Native American, Chinese. We're not trying to do that. So we don't want that shit done to us. Done to us. People can't understand that. Y'all can go your own way. If I'm burning bridges, I might as well just light it up. But my self-respect is intact. My self-respect as a black man is intact. Calling out and knowing that, you don't have to be that type of edgy, because you never know who you could offend. The N-word should not be coming out of nobody's mouth, especially on a live stream. And what the people that hate us, the corporations and everything else, they probably looking at all of this and say, see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? You proving these people right. And it's making it harder for us to try to fight these people. Well, such and such YouTuber is saying this, that, whatever. What do you got to say about that, Abu Nas? Oh, okay. I ain't really got nothing to say. I can't justify shit like that. Puts a bad juju on myself and anybody else that's surrounded by me. But the truth is the truth, man. We're not going to be sitting up here low-key trying to be the butt of your jokes. They're not going to be up here, sitting up here, trying to push the N-word thing so you can normalize this shit. Because somebody in the comments said, well, listen to NWA and all them other records. Listen, what you do in the privacy of your own home with the record that you bought, that's on you. Just don't verbalize it in a way that you think you slick in front of black people. Don't do that, man. Don't do that. It's already hurtful enough that I gotta actually say what I gotta say, but you know what? I'm done. Like I said, you can lead the horse to water, but you can't make him drink it. And to be honest, there's only one white man It's in this fandom that I could co-sign to any and everything on my life. And I'm going to ride so hard for him and hope to God that he's successful despite the bullshit that we had to do, because ain't nobody wanting to come to me. Nobody want to come to Mark and Fado and Callis and Demach, and I can't even get a summit, you know? So we just have to say what we have to say and just move on, you know? And like I said, for those that's on the fence, if this is something that triggers you, I apologize that you feel that way, but you gotta live your own life and support what you really want to support. You know, like I said, this is real life, and we live in it. We be on the YouTube space for a short amount of time, but when we turn the cameras off, we got to go outside and handle our business. So, yeah, with that being said, you know, I hope I don't lose something, but it is what it is. Like I said, my life is not going to stop. You know, I do things for the pleasure of the fandom. You know, whatever, you know, donations or whatever I get, I try to put it right back to the channel and to the Dark Council so we can entertain you and make you happy, make you laugh, make you forget your woes and all of this other dumb shit right now. You know, because we got to get up in the morning, we got to go to work, we got to do this, we got to do that, we got to feed our kids, we got to work overtime, we got to do a whole bunch of stuff. But for the little time that we have, just like you enjoy Friday Night Tights and Tuesday night main event, if you feel the same way for the Dark Council, then God bless you. God bless you. And like I said, I'm not saying this to be divisive and this, that, whatever, but I had to speak my feelings on it. And I've been sitting on this for the entire weekend. Hurt, mad, you know, disappointed. You know, like I can't be disappointed at all the shit that I'm seeing. You know, people that I actually like and respect. Hurtful. I don't even know what to make of it. But going forward, I know exactly what I'm going to do. Stay on the grind. Respect those that respect me and my crew and my people. You know, try to build something without being divisive and see what happens. You know, and I'm not into the whole thing of battling and fighting with my people on a live stream. I'm not doing that. Bad enough when we had the thing with Jody and all of that, but he deserved it. But it still hurt my heart that we had to do that on the camera. But like I said, Jody is a special beast, you know, but he got what was coming. You know, here, it's a little bit different. And like I said, I love my black people, whether we have disagreements or not. I love you. Because at the end of the day, we just got this. You know? So I can't. But at the very least, you know, God be with you. You know, you feel like you did, hey, man, forgiveness, I can forgive you. You know, I don't know about the trust and all of that, but I can forgive. Because you got to live your life. And you, like I said, nobody should be able to hang their head low for the rest of their life. Like nothing can come out of it. Like I said, the particular YouTuber that we all love and talked about, he says it so beautifully. Everybody can have a redemption arc. I can dig it. I can dig it. I just hope it comes soon for Ryan. I hope it comes soon for anybody else that want to try to get slick. And we got to call that shit out. But under no circumstances, as far as I'm concerned, I'm not tolerating nothing against my people. Nothing. Not for a joke. Not for no brownie points. Not for no subs. Nothing. You know? And to be honest, I'll go out and defend white, Native American, Chinese, whatever. If you feel like you marginalized and people are just getting there because y'all got history, y'all got, you know, a lot of things that you got going on. And yes, even white people too, they got history, they got triumphs and this, that, whatever. They had great inventions. Everybody in this world has something to offer. And I finally learned that lesson. Everybody. Just like Chadwick Boseman said in Black Panther, when is it going to be a time when we can all come together and be one tribe? Human tribe. I know I'm down for that. Even though I'm black militant and I stays on my shit, really, I'm down for that. So just in case you think I'm supposed to be the angry black man that just hates this and this, that, whatever. Nah. At this point, man, I'm just coasting and just having to say my piece on YouTube. And if you met me in person and we vibe, you'd be surprised. Ask the person that we have commonality with, that has a robot, in his bio. If I love you, if I respect you, I will go to the ends of the earth for you. That's my word. So with that being said, I'm going to get back to work. And like I said, I'm going to try to reach out to the individual that just came on here. Hopefully I can have a conversation, but I'm going to keep it a buck, but it's going to be private. I'm trying to, like I said, because in terms of my people, we had enough of division. We had enough of this shit. We either stand strong or we're going to fall for anything. So hopefully, sorry for the 69 people that was here. I know a lot of people that just came through it. Let me tell you something. If I said anything that hurt people's feelings, I ain't going to be arrogant enough to say, yeah, good, kiss my ass. Nah, I ain't going to do that. I'm sorry you feel that way. If you feel like you want to reach out to me and I can go on further, I'll be happy to. I'll be happy to. Because I'm not here, to be divisive. I'm not here to be arrogant in my talk on what I feel or how I feel and this, that, whatever. Sometimes you got to humble yourself. Sometimes, Nah, I'm that Fatal. You already know I'm not doing all of that shit. I'm gonna, you know me. I carry shit to the grave. I'm street certified, man. I don't get down like that. Anything I talk in terms of anything, if it's private to the grave. We got a couple of all these betas running around here dropping DMs and this, that, whatever. And like I said, they're kids. They don't know what they're doing, But either way, time to go back to work. Hopefully I don't get fired. God bless each and every one of y'all that came here. And hopefully, like I said, you can learn from this. I know I have. God bless. Be good to yourself and be good to others. See you on the Dark Council if we have any people there. Or not, because we're still going to rock the spot.